This is a podcast.
Brothers, we're happy singing and we're colored. We're happy singing and we're brothers. We're happy singing and we're colored. We're happy singing and we're brothers. We're happy singing and we're colored. We're happy singing and we're brothers. We're happy singing and we're colored. We're happy singing and we're brothers.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fresco.
And it's your boy Floss at 100.
And this is your girl Kailah.
Ow! And we are the Podcast Brothers Podcast.
What hitting you in the face with episode 95?
Oh, wow.
Episode 95. Wow.
5 away from 100.
Word.
We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it.
I learned the game quickly, and now I don't like the rent, so when I fly now, bring no cars on the plane with me. Nigga. Yeah, 5 episodes away from 100, man. For those of you who don't know, once again, I am Fresco. You can follow your boy on Twitter at Fresco Bin Famous. That's BIN Famous. And on Instagram at Fresco Fame.
Kailah, you want to do your socials?
Oh, sure. This is Kailah. You can follow me on Twitter at vitamin_KAI. And then, what's the other one? Instagram at _Killer_KAI.
Yeah. And I'm Floss 700 on everything. Especially IG right now. I'm trying to get my IG popping, man. I'm trying to get that IGTV thing going, man. That's the next big thing.
So, question for the common good. Did you delete your personal page or not? Because I remember you were saying that you was going to delete it, but then I was like, well, why would you do it?
Gemini.
So they got like
Gemini,
7.
man.
Yo, I just tweeted yesterday. I hate when if you use your zodiac sign as an explanation as to why you do this or that.
I'm a Gemini.
Shut your ass up.
Nobody give a damn about that.
Shut
What I'm
up.
saying
That's
is-
not a reason.
What I'm saying is, on Monday, I'll be like, fuck it. On Tuesday, I'll be like, oh, I miss it. I'm back.
Nigga, everybody does that.
I'm a Gemini.
I know, but
What the?
I really was just on something. Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm a Taurus, so I can't relate anyway.
I don't know nothing about Taurus.
I'm a Sagittarius, so I eat cheeseburgers on Wednesdays. So shut the shit up. Shut the shit up, man.
Boy, if you don't get...
But nah, yeah, I'm back on IG, trying to get my IGTV popping, man. And
You was wilding with that Kawhi Leonard shit. But anyway, go ahead.
definitely wasn't. We'll say that for another day. This isn't a sports podcast. Mm-hmm. So I got a few announcements, man. There's some things that we haven't been doing. That's letting you guys know that you can go to Facebook and like our page, man. The Podcast Brothers. You'll find all our episodes and everything to that nature.
Please.
So if you're a Facebook head, a lot of people don't do Twitter. I think we do heavy on Twitter, Instagram.
You know
we don't
what?
give enough love to Facebook people.
I just don't do. I don't really enjoy Facebook as much as I enjoy the other social medias.
Yeah, I don't
Ditto.
really care for the book. But
No.
if you do, like us on Facebook.
But it's there, absolutely. Go check out the page, absolutely.
Also, we have a group where, we laugh and joke and actually come up with ideas for the show. It's called Audio Fam Network. So search for that. on
Hashtag
Facebook.
Audio Fam, AFM.
And speaking of that, we are part of the Audio Fam Network. No longer TPBPN. I think I got it right.
I think you did.
Yeah. So we are the Audio Fam. Shout out to Audio Fam.
Facts.
TheBrothersPod.com.
Facts.
You can find us on all media platforms except Spotify.
Yeah.
But let me talk about that, though. Let me talk about that.
We go into it. He can never just say except Spotify without going in.
Let me talk about it
on
real quick.
Spotify.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, let me talk about it real quick, right?
Please.
Spotify wasn't podcast heavy at first, and then they opened the gates, and then the program that we on, which is Spreaker, got like one of the first jumps on it. So I hit the button, boom. We about to get on Spotify. And then everybody else tried to get on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know that I pushed the button before a lot of other people? Because it said when Spotify will review this, they'll get back to you when they want to let you on.
Mm-hmm.
So I start putting other shows from the network on, and it was just like, all right, hold on. You got to wait 6 weeks. We experienced, more podcasts.
Heavy traffic.
They weren't ready for all that traffic coming.
Right.
But I knew the Podcast Brothers got on before they did what they did.
So why you was talking so much shit about them niggas for so long?
I'm about to get to it. So
That's the part I want to know.
It's been about 8 weeks. It's been about 8 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go to Spotify. No, matter of fact, I was hating on a lot of podcasters this week because they was on Spotify. I'm like, fuck y'all.
I saw
but y'all
that.
my mans.
Right,
Y'all my
I
mans.
said, ooh, shade.
But this shit is... All right, cool. So I go on Spreaker to check to see, what it would possibly say. And it said, oh, you've been approved for Spotify. I said, oh, okay.
About motherfucking time.
How many weeks later was that?
8. But I'm mad because Spotify wasn't a podcast platform, so we could have jumped on it early. Now, by the time we get on, it's going to be just like everything else.
Right.
You got to fight for position. That's what I was mad about. But make a long story short, we're still not on. The entire Audio Fam network is on but us.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
And I pushed our show first. I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. What Spotify got going on? They probably heard you talking shit.
I thought about that.
Nigga.
I thought about that.
They probably heard your ass.
I
Listen,
thought about that.
I told you a long time ago, don't denounce anyone on this motherfucker because you don't know later on.
I think somebody at the Spotify office heard it. I think they heard me say.
Oh, a little fake.
Because it makes no sense.
Little 50 Cent, want to talk shit, huh?
Get the strap.
Get the strap.
So if you go to
block your show.
if you are a Spotify subscriber, tap in Audio Fam Network
and check out the rest of the other shows on the network since Flaw obviously got us blackballed from fucking with Spotify. So they ain't putting niggas on, but they put anybody else on. But it's all good,
We everywhere else.
We gonna be okay because I ain't want Spotify. Anyway.
I don't even have Spotify anyway, so fuck Spotify.
Spotify's heavy though. I think
my
keep
bad.
it up. Spotify's like second
why
to
did
Apple
you-
or first. I think Spotify's like number 1, number 2.
Spotify do numbers, yo.
Yeah, I think Spotify's like
They
the
really do.
guess.
number 1, number 2 media giant.
But I wonder why people go do big numbers on Spotify and no other social media platform.
Because everybody.
I mean, not social media,
Spotify.
just other streaming platforms.
Everybody's using Spotify.
Yeah, but I guess.
I don't know.
But
It's just like a world of people that just use Spotify and nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But that's enough about that. We'll get on soon. Salute to everybody that got on.
Speaking of streams, Drake shit did 10 billion streams. That's crazy.
But what does that mean? What does that mean, though?
I don't know, but that's just a lot.
It sound dope, but you be like,
How does that
I did 1 billion
quantify?
streams. How much money? Like, did you, like, you know what I'm saying?
A
Like,
certain amount of streams equivalates to one album sell, but
I get
it's
that.
still 10 billion streams. That's a lot.
It sounds good.
Of course it sounds good. It's 10 billion of anything. It's like, wow, that's a fucking lot.
I get what you're saying,
Got
but I'm
10
saying
billion
is
roaches.
they should've-
Damn, nigga,
They
your
should
shit.
have put that price tag next
You
to
got
it.
10 billion roaches in this motherfucker. Where you lay down at?
I'm just saying they could have put his price tag next to it too. Like, 10 billion streams, Drake just because I just want listen. Stream all you want. I don't understand streams. I just don't because it's like you got to get like 1,000 plays
No,
on
it's
one
not-
stream or something.
Is that much?
I don't know.
I don't think it's that much.
I don't know. But before we keep going on,
think it's
and on,
like
man, we got a special guest in the
You
building.
always
man.
saucing extra shit up, bro.
I'm gonna let Kailah introduce the guest. Matter of fact, last time Kailah was here, she let the guests introduce themselves. Did we figure this out? How do we want to do this, Kailah?
Yeah, because you kind of dropped the.
I damn sure didn't drop the ball.
You
But
picked it back up after you dropped it. How about that?
I guess. Whatever.
Fumble, picked it up, and ran for the touchdown.
Right.
Whatever.
Recovery.
All right. So, the gentleman that we have here with us today, I have known this gentleman for, gosh darn, at least 10 years. I've known you since I was about 14, 13. So, at least 10 years. I always wanted to come to your fights, but I couldn't because I was a fucking young bull. And I couldn't get into the Blue Horizon because I was too young. Is that what it's called, right? Or, bro?
I turned pro at the Blue Horizon.
Yeah.
2008.
Could never go to the shows because I was a fucking young bull. I've been following, of course, I've known you for years. Just watching you on social media recently. You know, I haven't seen you in person in years, but here and there we interact on social media, and I'm just like, damn, he's really doing the damn thing. And it's been cool to watch you grow over the years, and I guess like transitioning from being a fighter to, being a trainer and working with your clients and everything. I think it's awesome. So when I was, trying to think of different people to bring on the show, someone who's, of course, always trying to bring back stuff to health. Someone who's somewhat related to the health world, someone who's doing something positive in the city of Philadelphia, because Philly always gets the rap for a bunch of riffraff going on in the city. But
Sure.
but you're doing something positive, and you're not weird. Like, you a cool guy. So when I was trying to think of people to bring on the show, you were definitely one of the first people that popped up in my head. So I was
appreciate that.
Thank you for coming on the show, Greg. Tell the people who you are.
Greg Hackett, fighter, coach, commentator. Some say comedian. Some people say I give out relationship advice. I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
Multifaceted.
The man of many trades.
The
Right.
man
What's
of
your
many
social media
hats.
so that they can find
Greg
you.
Hackett 86 on Instagram and Greg Hackett on Facebook.
All right.
That's
And
it.
thanks for
Hackett
coming,
is
man.
Twitter too.
Thanks
I
for coming.
Definitely appreciate you coming through, brother. Absolutely.
But just so
Thank
you
you,
know,
man.
we got a big market in Philly, so you know what I mean?
Thanks for
people's
having
gonna
me.
hear this, so
Appreciate that, y'all. They got a nice thing going on here.
yeah, thanks.
Spell Greg Hackett on Instagram.
Greg, Greg, Hackett.
Okay. So we like to
86.
start off the show with how our weeks were, and since we rambled on, we can actually start with the guests. Just tell them how your last 7 days went.
It's always a surprise. It's never anything organized for me or planned. So this week I would say was an up and down week. Like it's just
when I
crazy
kept hitting you up, I'm like trying to schedule you. He's like, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah,
let me
it's
get
never-
this nigga in this month before he be back in Cali. I see a Buenos Dias video on Instagram, and then 6 hours later, this nigga in California.
Moves are being made.
I'm just trying to. I don't know. The time kind of take you, so it's like I don't know. I don't like to organize nothing. I'm bad at organizing. I've always been. I don't know why.
I get that.
I prefer not to be bound to a schedule. It becomes mundane after a
Yeah,
while. I
some
was like,
people
man, I don't
love
want to fucking
schedule.
do this shit.
I mean, I have a schedule, but it's like it's doing what I love
flexible.
to do.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I don't know where I'll end up. It's that kind of thing.
That's what's up. Well, once again, man, thanks for coming through on the show, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Where you want to start it, bro? You want to start it off with Mr. Hackett, or you want to jump into the topics?
How was my week?
How was our
How was
week?
your week?
Damn, Gina, with
How
your
was
high
Taylor's
ass. With your high ass.
forgot
Fuck
about-
everybody else.
I didn't say nothing about my week either. I'm sorry. I forgot about everybody's
I
week.
actually have a week that I want to talk
You
about.
do? Normally your weeks is trash, but go ahead. It's
My
okay.
week was corny. You go first, Flo.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad, guys.
Nah, I took notes because the reason why my weeks be trash because I be forgetting what I did the week.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I actually wrote down what I did.
And you don't get high, so what's that say
Oh,
about you?
right. So I started off the week. Me and my fiance, we watched a movie called A Quiet Place. I think you saw that too, Kayla.
It was trash, wasn't it?
No,
Nah, it wasn't trash.
Nah,
It wasn't
I
trash.
just enjoyed being negative to start. I'm sorry.
But you said you seen it though.
No, I
you
don't
didn't?
know. I
Somebody else
don't know
saw.
what the fuck that is.
Well, the movie is about it just starts off as a family, and it's just them, man. They can't make noise. They got to speak sign language. Then
Oh, I
I'm
did
so
see that.
did
I
see
did
that.
see that movie.
I'm so
I
glad
did
you saw
see
because
that.
I was going to mention that too. I watched it this week too.
yeah,
I seen that movie like 2 months ago. What the fuck?
What? Better late than never.
yeah, but I just seen it.
Right.
So, and I'm watching this movie like kill me. I'm not living like this. Like they actually had to just use sign language and they couldn't make no noise. Then he gets old girl knocked up. She's pregnant. Like how is that going to
I
work?
know.
It's like, and I kind of thought about like The Walking Dead. Like why y'all reproducing at a time like this?
Listen,
Right.
man, I'm just like, bro, it's the end of the world. Like, at least let me enjoy some pussy. Like,
Pull out. I didn't say you couldn't get none. Pull out, man.
I'm just, would you? We could die tomorrow.
Nah.
But who wants to watch their children die?
Yeah.
Though? Like,
I could die tomorrow, and I didn't enjoy ejaculating in this fine piece of thing.
If that's
It could be my last regret. It could be my last sense of enjoyment.
you on your
living in
deathbed.
fear.
You on your deathbed at the
I
bit by a zombie.
shouldn't have pulled out.
that was terrible. The death daughter got on my damn nerves though, because I heard that the little brother got killed.
That was pretty fucked up.
That
made
shit pissed me
upset.
off.
That was a boy.
I say acting,
The first
acting.
kid
while-
that died.
Yeah, the son. When she gave him the batteries to the shuttle.
Yeah, bitch. Why would you do that?
Hey yo, A Quiet Place didn't give no fucks. They was killing kids and everything.
I know, but I did like how they would kill the specific source of the noise and not like everybody, because that's
Like everything
what,
around the noise, right?
Yeah, I was like, yo, that shit was crazy.
I was thinking like kill me too though when I seen
Yeah,
that
like
shit
I'm
when I
not
was
living like
watching it.
that. We doing the Chris Benoit. Like I'm killing my kids, my girl, and then I'm
Oh,
hanging
man.
myself.
Wow,
Like, we're
wow.
gone.
Not all
That's pretty far, bro. Chris Benoit, you was.
I'm pulling a Chris Benoit.
Oh my god.
I remember that.
Yeah, he did that. Then I watched Netflix. I was watching this documentary called Drug Lords. It's on Netflix. I watched Pablo Escobar, Frank Lucas, El Chapo. I guess these dudes be like obsessed with power because every show was just like they were raking in billions and they still was doing it. It's like you get a certain you get a certain amount of bread. You might want to think that, hey, you know what? Let me dip. Nobody's looking for me. Like these dudes be doing decade-long runs of cocaine.
I tell them quit for what? This the only life I know.
Like they can't.
I feel like they can't either. It's because it's just like Ho said. Damn, what he say on that song?
How you know what Ho said?
Guess it's the irony of selling drugs is sort of like using it. I guess it's two sides to what substance abuse is.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
You got that.
Thank you.
But as I was watching it, of course, I'm broke, so I'm like, damn, if I made $1 million a week,
That's all I need.
all I would need, right?
All I need is $1
So that's
million.
me talking from my couch. But when you in the game, I guess you're in the game because these dudes was making billions and they just couldn't leave until they either got caught or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
the game ain't over until somebody takes the crown from the king.
and then
You feel me?
I watched
Slaying
a movie
that
called
dope.
I was watching documentaries
Talk
and movies
heavy
all week.
shit.
I watched this movie called Rampage. And y'all was watching a little bit with me. I buried this movie when it first came out. The Rock, Rampage. And I'm like, yo, why is The Rock doing sci-fi movies? Like, it just looked terrible. He's fighting a giant gorilla, a flying wolf, and some sea creature. It looked straight from sci-fi, son.
It was originally a video game, right? Rampage.
I wanted to get to that. The reason why I buried it, because I'm like, yo, everything Rampage is trash. The rapper Rampage was trash. The wrestler Rampage was trash. The video game Rampage was trash.
Not the UFC fighter. Not the UFC
Rampage
fighter
Jackson?
Rampage. Yeah, he ain't trash.
I mean, all the videos I've seen, he got his ass beat. So
What?
I'm just not. Rampage was dope.
I was about to say, who you wilding out?
Rampage was dope.
Okay.
But that's about it. And he didn't cross my mind when I'm thinking Rampage. But I want to give Rock a shout out. Because if you remember episode 1,
I was. That's why I started laughing when you started mentioning it.
if you remember episode 1, I said The Rock plays a white man in all his movies.
Yep.
And in this movie, his name was David Okoye. Now, I don't know. It doesn't sound white. So I'm going to go on a limb and say he actually maybe wasn't white. He didn't have any white children. The lead was a black woman. So
Did you enjoy the fucking movie?
I enjoyed the movie. It was pretty dope.
Okay.
Dope. But what I'm saying is that movie came out months ago, and I buried it when I first seen it because I'm like, what, Rampage? Bro, come on. Like, son.
I thought it was a pretty good movie. I mean,
Oh, you seen it?
yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it on Fire Stick, but I've seen it.
It was pretty dope movie, man. My last thing that happened to me, I had got a check in the mail.
How much we got?
Cash
174. It was unexpected.
Shit.
This was something going
Where the
on.
bottles at then? What the fuck?
It was something.
That check must have just came today.
It was something going on with Aaron's. If y'all familiar with Aaron's, it's the spot that you rent TVs.
Oh,
and furniture
Aaron's.
from.
Okay, yeah.
I was renting from there, and I guess they was overcharging people, and I guess I was one of the ones.
True.
And I was like, I wasn't even thinking about it. They sent me these letters like years ago, and I finally got a check. Like,
Running me
okay.
my money, bitch.
So yeah, that was.
They owe you more than that.
Congratulations.
The niggas who cut you, the niggas who cut you the check took money that you was really supposed to get too.
Listen,
They cheating. They all cheating.
When you get 174 just out the blue, I'll take
Money's money.
it. I'll take it.
I take it. Yeah, you right.
Respect it.
You right.
That was my week though. I was just watching TV, man.
Go ahead, Kailah.
My week was fine. I've been going on job interviews. I'm waiting to hear back from one. I really need a new fucking job because I'm tired of being poor. I did get some really good news. My cousin, she currently has a business and she asked me to be her business partner.
Hey.
So that should be lit. I'm actually going to bring her in 2 weeks to talk about that. So be on the lookout for that. And y'all better support me, listeners.
What do we bully?
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
But we got to support. What if
We supporting some shit we don't know.
How about this? I'll just let y'all know that I have an up and coming business. And then when she comes, we'll talk about it. Y'all ain't got to support it today because it's not completely off the ground yet.
I got you.
But that's coming. Y'all gonna hear about that in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I I also watched, what's it called? A Quiet Place. I don't do scary movies. I was terrified. I told my friend, look, we got all lights on, whole family in the living room. It was me, her son, her sister, her mom. I'm like, I need everybody present. Like, I can't.
Up.
I'm a punk. I lasted the whole
Clearly.
movie. I looked away like twice, but I did good. I just hated the ending. I'm mad that it ended so abrupt. Like, it was just, they killed the monster, but the daughter used her earpiece to kill the monster.
Or whatever.
Yeah, and then all the other monsters was running, and then it was over. Like, what?
Our apologies for those who didn't see the movie yet.
Nobody was really thinking about this movie, to be honest with you.
I think
it's some shit that you just come across like, hey, let's watch this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those low-key, I feel like it didn't get that much. Like, I remember seeing commercials and shit for it, but I feel like it wasn't one of those, like, heavily...
Right.
advertised movies, but it was a good movie. I lasted.
I think that shit came out the week after Black Panther came out. Like,
well, there goes that. That's why shit
nobody was paying
fell by
attention
the wayside. And then let me see. Oh, and then lastly, tomorrow I'll be going to the Carefree Black Girl Cookout. Shout out to the Carefree Black Girl podcast. They're based out of New York. I want to say Brooklyn. Sorry if it's the Bronx. I'll be getting the B's mixed up.
Please don't bring that. Please don't get us hurt, Kailah.
I want to say they're from Brooklyn, though. Or they're at least based out of Brooklyn. So shout out to them. I've seen that they've been having the podcast. I'm sorry, the Carefree Black Girl Cookouts like all over the country. So they'll be in Philly tomorrow. Yeah, rain or shine, my ass will be there.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain like for the rest of the month out this bitch.
Good, because it's been fucking hot. I'm sick of being
Still
hot.
gonna be hot. It's just gonna be raining.
I'll be sick of it.
Winter time is rain.
Yeah, but that was my week. It was chills. How about your week, Fresco?
My week was very regular. I worked, I did my daddy duties, and I tried to get as much sleep as possible. That's it. I need to change my diet, son. Something ain't right.
Yep.
Something ain't right, man.
You need to do a good cleanse.
I just feel mad sluggish a lot. Like, it ain't because I smoke, because that's regular. But
anything but that, right?
yeah, it's anything but that. But I just know I need to eat because the shit it don't even taste the same no more. Like,
speaking of that, smoking, I definitely had to cut back on that. I mean, I haven't stopped. I'd be damned if I stopped. But I definitely cut back on this stuff because you just reminded me of saying sluggish. Like, it's never like cut into my productivity or anything, but I know I felt sluggish. Like, I was just tired. I was tired of like just sitting around like getting high as fuck all the time. Right. So I've definitely cut back on it, but I still, have my minimum blunt a day, But
at least one a day.
Yeah.
And it's at the most lackadaisical time of the day. Yeah. Like for me, mostly.
Yeah, and it's hot too. That might be a reason why you're feeling sluggish.
Nah, I don't like the way I eat. Like, I just eat.
Stop fucking eating like that.
Nah, because it's like buying the good shit is expensive.
It doesn't have to be.
But it is.
You got to know where to go.
See, I don't have time for all that. I'm hungry.
Well, then, nigga, keep eating like shit. And
Can I keep talking about my fucking week?
Go ahead. Do you think, chicken wing?
All right. I'm going to get some of them shits from the Chinese store.
You're dirty. Anyway, you're fucking dirty.
Let me get 3 wings, man. Hurry up. Slap the shit out you.
3 fucking cat ankles.
So, yeah, I've been thinking about different ways to switch up my diet and go about eating a little cleaner. I'm getting deep. I'm still reading these Game of Thrones books. It's crazy, yo. This story is amazing. Like, the fact that this guy just wrote this fucking story, it's crazy. And in the time period in which he decided to write it in, it's amazing. I really love this show. When the season starts again, I'm trying to go to like fucking season premiere, like Game of Thrones season 8. I'm gonna be one of the motherfuckers in the crowd with a fucking Night's Watch outfit on and a wig, all black.
What?
Liz, that's my Night's Watch outfit. Nigga, what the fuck? I'm a part of the Night's Watch. But anyway, so I've been getting deep into them books. I haven't been watching TV, right? I haven't been watching any TV. When I do turn the TV on, I turn to something that I want to watch, right? But I don't just aimlessly flick through the TV anymore. I'm so behind on shit. I'm behind on the Trump shit. I just heard he said some shit about the U.S. when he was over in Russia. Never really got the full story, just got the headline. Some shit about a gas line blowing up in New York. It's a lot of shit happening, but I was like, I'm catching it all in passing. It's weird. But again, my week was regular. I just wanted to bring up those few short points on the things that I come across during my week. But I'm definitely going to clean my diet up. And since we got a boxer in the building, I'm going to ask this man some tips. Flaw would at you, but you ain't a boxer.
Oh.
Just saying, you're not as in shape.
I've been seeing you in the gym, though. I seen your post. Don't be a hater.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying he's starting, but...
Yeah, I actually started going to the gym like 5 in the morning now, and it's crazy because
5 a.m.
I got so much energy. Like, I don't need I don't need nothing. Like, I thought by me waking up early, I would be mad tired. I've been up since 4:15 this morning. 2 days in a row. After the gym, I come home real quick, shower, and I go to work. Put in 10 hours there, come back, and I'm good. But when I lay down, I'm done.
Yeah.
But if I'm up,
I'll sleep
I'm
like
up.
a bed.
I'm good with that, man.
That's what's up. That sounds like good energy.
Yeah. But before, Kayla, I'm pretty sure you forgot. We got a lot to talk about. But you wanted to talk about this STD thing?
Oh, yes, Lord. My goodness. Shout out to Avery. She actually showed or added me in this on
we need to know about this.
Yeah, on Twitter. So y'all know I'm corny. I'm all about the health shit, and with the work I do,
sex facts all day on Twitter.
Yeah, I focus on like sexual health and reproductive health, yada yada. So there is this bacteria. It's called Mycoplasma genitalium. This is a sexually transmitted bacteria. It's one of the world's tiniest organisms and is mutating faster than doctors can properly test and treat it. It's slated to become resistant to antibiotics in 2025. So that's like 7 years, T-minus 7 years. Now, usually bacteria become resistant to antibiotics through mutations, and usually it becomes resistant because people aren't taking their medication. They don't complete their regimen of antibiotics. Gonorrhea, obviously that's one of the common STDs. That's also another STD that's slated to become resistant to antibiotics because people aren't fucking taking their medication. So, but the issue with this, whatever it's called, Mycoplasma genitalium, like I said, they've known about it since the 80s. They just figured out in 2015 that it's transmitted sexually. Why the fuck it took them that long to figure it out blows me. But hey, 2015, that's when they figured it out.
That sounds like a press conference statement. They've been new. They just said that shit.
Right.
Yeah,
they knew since the fucking 80s.
Keeping it under wraps until they needed it.
Right.
The population is kind of like exploding, so we need to throw something. Since the rest of the STDs aren't working.
Right. Y'all niggas got medicine for this now? All right.
Right.
Release the super bug.
Since men don't care about being burnt, and women, since nobody cares, actually.
Here's some shit that you can't get rid of ever. And what happens is, because it has similar symptoms to gonorrhea and chlamydia, those are the two most common STDs, it typically gets misdiagnosed, and then people get treated for those bacterial infections, but not for the Mycoplasma genitalium. So niggas just walking around burning, don't even know it.
Damn.
So use condoms, y'all. If y'all just out here wilding, use condoms, please, because it's really some shit that these doctors can't figure out how to treat, and there's going to be a time where niggas just stuck burning forever and can't do shit about it. So yeah, my ending message: get tested, use condoms, stop fucking everybody. Amen. I won't say that because, sex positivity, yada yada. If you're going to fuck a million people, just use protection. It's really not that hard.
Hey, you know who I blame? Remember that motherfucker we were talking about a little while ago? That guy who went over to fucking Korea and got
super gonorrhea.
He got the super gonorrhea.
Ew.
Super
Yeah.
super gonorrhea.
You're dirty.
Super. It's his fault.
But yeah, man, that shit is real. Like, it's all fun and games till it happened to your ass.
Safe sex, man. Take it easy.
I'm bad with names. It's Greg, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Listen, I haven't talked to a boxer about this, but this has been the barbershop conversation, the social media conversation. I'm going to just jump right into the hard question, man. Tyson and Ali.
I mean, to me, Tyson is like the evolved version of Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier was the first man to beat Muhammad Ali, so I would take Tyson.
Okay,
They fought, but it's kind of like putting LeBron against like Julius Erving.
Right, like, because at first, before I asked you, I was thinking maybe he's an era person. Some people is like, let that era live, let this era live. It's not all about playing against each other because it's just two different things. I also thought, as you was answering, I thought you was going to go to Muhammad Ali would have outsmarted Tyson.
Yeah.
I'll go I would have went with the answers you gave me, and Ali would just rope a dope.
We would say outsmart him because that's what we used to Ali doing. But when you look at it, like I said, Joe was the first one to beat Ali. Tyson is the evolved version of Joe. And what I mean by that, he's actually more technical than Joe was. Joe was more duck roll, and here I come. Yeah. Tyson played off of angles, timing, because sometimes he would stop and slip. You know what I'm saying? He would use a jab. It would be a power jab to where
that body chop and that uppercut. Whew.
Yeah, he chopping the body up. You know what I'm saying? He not just head hunting. It's a lot he doing in there. So even though Ali with the rope dope, that worked for George Foreman because it had to do a lot to do with the height of both men. But then when you got Tyson, where he crushes guys for even putting their backs to the rope.
See, now this was the best answer that I got. Like I said, I've never talked to a boxer or a trainer on this type of topic. It's always been the social media thing. I know you've seen the memes. And everybody go back and forth, and everybody got their own opinion. But I appreciate that answer.
So how old were you when you first started throwing them hands up?
Honestly, the first time my father took me to the gym, I was 5 years old.
Okay, so you learned from your pops?
My pop showed me the basics. Like, he showed me how to hold my hands up, how to turn over a punch. But, he never had the time to break it all down to me. You know what I mean? My dad was a truck driver from my age of like 7.
Okay.
Until now. So.
Pop's got hands, though?
Well, my pop, he got a nice one, too. He running the streets. That's what he wants to do.
Right,
he running the streets all day. He ain't turning no hooks over.
Pop.
Just going down the middle, yeah.
Pop.
Okay, so sorry to backtrack. So I was talking about sex and everything. I question for you, Greg. So you know how sometimes when before you fight, aren't you supposed to abstain to keep your testosterone or whatever?
I've heard this.
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I actually learned about that my second amateur fight. It was my first time, so I'm 15 years old. I had a date to fight. It was actually the Golden Gloves too. My first time fighting the Golden Gloves, but it was my second amateur fight, and it was my first time having sex. So the girl called me, and she like, "Your mom home?" I'm like, "Nah." So I'm coming over. So I'm like, all right, I ain't think too much of it because we did chill a lot. But she came over, and we had sex. But it totally blows by that I got to fight later. You know what I mean? Because I'm
damn right.
Just trying to get to your
Because
you damn right.
At 14, I was trying to let this go, but I had to wait till I was 15. So I did that, and then that night, the feeling after good sex.
Noodle knees.
You did. All you want to do is eat and go to sleep. So at the actual weigh-in of the fight, you weigh in, you fight the same day, amateurs. I'm just real lazy. I remember my coach "You all right?" I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, but I'm lazy. I feel just lazy. Get in the ring, get jumped on. I'm like, nah, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
So I stopped. I ain't gonna lie, I stopped at the one round. My cousin cussed me out, but nobody know what I did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this was before social media, so I wasn't all hyped to tell my business. I was more I was taught to keep it to myself. So
wait, so we got an exclusive?
Yeah, y'all just
people about to hear this.
We got exclusive. Right.
A lot of people is.
Yeah. Second amateur fight.
Yeah.
He learned the hard way.
I learned my lesson. So
so that's got to apply for other sports too, then, right?
It does.
I always wondered. It's your virginity though, that's different.
Your first load. Your first load.
Yeah, that's you had no more juice left.
Yeah.
No more energy. Pause.
Yeah.
Was it your first load or was it just loads?
Wait, what?
No, that was my.
No.
I get what he's saying. No,
I don't.
The first time. Well, first time for me, my experience. Like he said, low.
I feel okay. I get it.
I'm going back. So we get at it about a good 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
of course.
You know what
I'm saying?
You got
because I'm fresh.
For the fight.
Yeah,
bro.
So by fight time, I'm done.
Now,
second amateur fight.
Working out is my thing, right?
Yeah.
Now I bust loads before the gym. before in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it affected me. Is that different? Or like you lost your virginity, so now that you have sex regularly, I don't know your life, but now that you're doing your thing, before a fight or before you go train, is that something you stay away from, or is that just that?
If I could, I would. If I have the chance to stay away from it, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to do a proper camp, you need at least 4 weeks on your legs.
Yeah,
4 weeks, because you do. Once you, all right, so what happens is, you know how when you jump rope, you on your toes? You ever see a guy jump rope, you staying on your toes. So when you drop that load before a fight, like say the day of, the day before, 2 days before, your legs kind of flat. They go kind of flat. So now where you can be on your toes for a good 10 rounds, maybe that kind of dies out after about 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh man, now your legs just feel settled. And you don't really want to do too much moving around. Guys don't like to admit it because we fighters. You like, man, I'm good. I've been doing this shit all my life.
Right.
But really, honestly, it does take a little bit off. It take a little bit off the oomph too.
It's got to, man, because like you said, after it's just like, yo, I'm chilling.
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
After good,
but you got to go get into a ring and fight somebody who probably ain't had none in months.
Yeah.
That nigga coming for your head.
Because he gonna beat that ass with frustration.
Yeah,
right. Ain't no pussy in you.
Right.
My girl said if I don't win, I ain't gonna get enough for another.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's hard body.
Real shit.
Lord, speaking of depriving your partner of sex, wasn't that a topic?
Yeah, that was a question. Let me get to it. So yeah, the question was, this came from an actual listener, man. And the question is,
you know who?
Mama Yoga.
Oh, shout out to Mama Yoga.
And the question that she left in my inbox was, would you leave your partner thirsty? Now, as a boxer, I could see why. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. As a boxer, so I'm glad you're here, because you can talk on it. As a boxer, when you gotta go into hibernation, your partner understands. So is it based? No.
Whoa.
No, of course your partner doesn't understand.
You shake your head, bro.
Okay. Okay.
Of course your partner doesn't understand.
They doesn't.
I mean, yeah, they don't, because first of all, to be somebody who wants to fight for money, just fight anyway, something a little wrong with you.
Okay.
So that automatically separates you from the normal person. You know what I'm saying? That's just the same. I'm not trying to say like I'm an alien, but that's just like somebody who rides motorcycles.
Gotta be a little off. You gotta enjoy this a little bit.
Yeah,
most people don't enjoy this kind of thing.
Yeah, me myself, I don't like motorcycles.
Not for me.
I think you're too fast. So I'm like, all right, a fighter, somebody like that, you know, they kind of separate themselves from being a normal person. They gotta kind of live like they in the army. You trying to tell a person who might have a crazy sex drive, or they might have that type of energy for you, and then you trying to tell them no now for 5 weeks, and that's kind of the reason why y'all sealed the deal. You know what I mean? To be honest, because people could attract and go together for so many reasons, but sex is the glue. That's what keep it together. Like if it's good, they'll at least give you 2 years of arguing.
That was my thing, though. 'Cause it's like, if I got to do something, right? Like if I'm busy, that's depriving, but I'm doing something. I don't like, it's not like we're in the same house.
Yeah.
I'm just working. Petty. I'm just working, and I just don't want to be touched. Really, that's a woman thing, really. I don't really think men be like, don't touch me. Or Kailah, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
It depends on what you got going on in your life.
I ain't got time for that shit. First of all, I'm single, so I don't be having sex like that anyway. When I want sex, I'm getting me some sex. Ain't nobody got time to be depriving anybody of anything. The only thing I could think of is like if my cycle is on, something like that. But I mean, there's other activities you can partake in lieu of the regular, you know. But I feel like, I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
So what I'm saying, go ahead.
Now when you say deprive, it's like, it's got to be a reason behind it, right? It can't just be like a no. There has to be some type of benefit to your life as to why this isn't happening. You can't just tell me no. I was just be like, all right, babe, well, I get it. Like every night, like what you changing? What you changing your life?
How you say that?
What you changing your lifestyle?
Watch how you say that.
No, I'm just saying, like after a certain amount of time,
she can tell you no.
Yeah, but for how long? If this is a thing that we're doing, like how long? am I going to be? How long am I going to allow you to continue to say no if this is a part of who we are and what we're doing as a united couple, as a couple?
In 2018, as long as
I don't give a fuck if it's 2018, 2012. This is me. I'm saying, like,
want some dick.
Yeah, I want to
Fuck
have sex.
that.
I'm coming to you to have sex, and you continually deprive me. I need a reason as to why.
Yeah.
Why? Are you changing your lifestyle, or you switched to a new religion or something? What? Like, what's up?
But that's different than what you just said a minute ago. You said, "Don't tell me no."
No, I'm saying but if there isn't after a while, it's like, why are you telling me no?
Yeah.
If there's no real reason as to why you're denying me, why are you telling me no?
I get you. We just sensitive listeners out there.
But you motherfuckers will be alright, man. I ain't clearing myself up for these niggas, man. I'm saying how I feel.
No, because I know what you mean. Because that is a fine line. Because some people be like, oh, you know, I know some people will say like a husband. Like a wife can tell a husband no, but some people have the mindset like if they're the husband, if I want sex, you know, you're mine. I can get it whenever I want, and that's like a no go.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but that's what he was saying.
I'm not saying that, yo, like just because you're a girl, you have to give it to me whenever I want. But I am expecting to get some of that ass at some point during this week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to force myself on you. I'm like, hey, it's been a couple days.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, send an eyeball emoji text of ain't seen ya. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's a question, though. I guess it depends on what you have going on and if your partner's willing to understand. Just like Greg said, it doesn't always work that way.
No.
Because if you're a boxer and I got to, take care of my jewels for 5 weeks.
That's a long time.
But this is,
But you gotta understand.
But this should also be something that's introduced prior. Like, you shouldn't spring it on me at the moment you decided, hey, babe, I've been thinking.
Okay.
You know, I think I feel differently about sex. I want to take some time off from having sex. Well, why? How do you feel differently about it?
But you can say that anytime.
Yeah, but why would you just make it cold turkey like at that moment? Hey, well, I don't want to have sex no more because I decided that I eat fucking grass for a living and it's going to mess up my fucking pH cycle, whatever. My pH balance, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You could be with your girl.
It's like, wait a minute. It's more, I just think it's more adult to introduce it as opposed to just doing whatever you want. You can do anyway. You can do whatever you want, but if you're in a relationship with somebody, why wouldn't you just inform them of how you're deciding to live your life?
In the great words of Rocky Balboa, people change.
What?
You said what? Why you say
What do you think? Rocky ain't got no gyms?
Anybody could have said that. First of all, anybody could have.
like, what?
A million fucking people have said that. Why did you choose Rocky Balboa?
Rocky said it.
You could at least use his voice, like.
But if you do decide on a break, how long should the break be?
Exactly.
What's a healthy break?
This is just
I
something
feel like breaks are needed sometimes.
Absolutely. I feel like that too, but that's just something depending on the circumstances of your situation. That's something that you correlate between your partner. Just tell them what's up. Listen, man, whatever the case may be, I feel this way now, and I'm bringing it to you so we can figure out how we can cross this bridge. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if it's something legitimate, there's, as long as, like you said, as like all y'all are saying, as long as there's like clear communication, that's cool. But if you just being petty and it's like, oh, you pissed me off, so you can't get none, like how long does that last?
Right.
Because ain't nobody got time for the petty shit.
That happens though too. That
shit lasts.
That does happen.
Right.
I don't know.
A petty.
It better only last for a day or two.
Yeah, that shit.
I don't know, man, because I know niggas that got themselves into some shit, and it's like, well, bruh, I don't know what to tell you, my nigga. Like,
right,
you did some shit. You did some shit, and she ain't feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Another question that I've never asked a boxer, but you won't get a lot of this. Probably I've never talked to a boxer. What's your thoughts on Floyd Mayweather?
Just surrounding, like all the way around.
Everything about him, like the way he carries himself, his boxing style.
Well, he was. You gotta understand, just like Michael Jackson was prepped for who he became. Mm-hmm. He may not. All right, like sometimes the extra stuff, like with Floyd, say like the 11 bodyguards.
Yeah.
The moving around, you know, just going to different countries, and may not been expected to be that way or that big, but he's been prepped to be as great as he is in the ring. Because it's one thing for your dad to be a coach, but then whenever your dad's not there, you got two uncles to cover, and then one of your uncles was ranked a greater fighter than your father, and was once champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he couldn't get a break if he wanted. That kid learned a lot. He learned how to handle himself. He learned how to speak. You know what I'm saying? Some people say he's not that intelligent, but he may be a genius. And you know
Why you make that face, Kailah?
I was gonna say debatable.
I mean, yeah, but it depends on what you grading him on. You know,
True, yeah.
Because what he put together in the ring, you can't find.
It's kind of like
You can't find a flaw there.
It's kind of like that rating. His speech might be trash.
Yeah.
But
his jab and his fucking hook,
Right.
His wittiness,
is 99.
But no, I'm saying as far as being smart, like his wittiness to think on his feet might be on 10. He just can't articulate it.
Yikes.
Right.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, maybe
But I can show you.
And maybe if he was slowed down to be able to tell you, he could. But you know what I'm saying? He's the product. So
I mean, myself, I've never heard him talk, and I was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, I mean, like he takes his time to like enunciate and pronunciate, but I've never heard an interview or saw an interview that's like
because that's why I said he's been programmed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only a few real questions you're gonna have to answer.
Right.
Everything else is bullshit. And I'm saying it like that because you fight for your money. You're not sitting at a desk for your money. You don't have to write up words. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, send messages.
And you taking blows and shit.
Yeah, you fight. So your number one thing to focus on is being able to perform. So and when it comes to reading, he is gonna be a little behind. But he makes up with that by saying, okay, well I can buy you if I wanted to.
Yikes.
I'm gonna let you go in a second. I just want to spin off that question. But his boxing style, what do you think when you watch?
His style, he's
are you satisfied with spending money?
Intelligent. You going to watch intelligence. You watching composure. You watching, you know what I'm saying, him put together something that you didn't. You might have watched him to prepare for the fight and say, well, Floyd gonna get smashed this time, and then you watch him get out of it. Shane Mosley almost had him.
Yeah.
Mandano almost had him. You know what I'm saying? Chop Curley almost had him. It's dudes that almost had him, but he always find a way. So style-wise,
defense is crazy,
I
man.
give it to him. You know what I'm saying? His preparation is the best.
I think one of my favorite Floyd Mayweather knockouts is rest in peace when he got a Toro Gotti.
Yeah,
when he
made him run into the turnbuckle off the right hook, man.
Toro Gotti?
Yeah.
But I always felt like a Toro Gotti that was supposed to happen to him because Mayweather was too much in his prime and
right.
And
he was more to the end.
Along.
Yeah,
he was more of just a name because he was getting beatings in the 90s.
You talking about Gotti?
Yeah.
Gotti, to me, like I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but Gotti was just there for those from those rivalries he had with Ward.
Yeah, Gotti,
so he was slugging it out with Ward, and all of a sudden they think he ready for Mayweather. Nah,
it was the way, and the fashion of which it happened.
But this,
for me.
When you ask about what I think about, what he did was clever, and what he does is clever because black people. It's not that we don't support each other; it's so much of it. So much of it. You can get it so many places. Mayweather is not rare. I mean, he's rare. You're not going to get a Mayweather all the time. So when people tuning in to Mayweather, it's to watch him win, it's to watch him lose. It's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? They hate him, they love him. But you got to watch. Mm-hmm. You got to watch because he's going to perform. Watch. Yep. He's going to perform. And sometimes he's going to put his life on the line like a fight with Canelo. Canelo being a young man, him getting older and still having the cat-like reflexes and the speed to be able to deal with it and the power to be able to withstand, the rounds. You got to respect him.
Who the fuck is Mayweather?
Kailah, you got something? I thought you was ready.
I'm sorry.
Who the fuck is Mayweather?
Right. Question for you. Who's your favorite boxer?
My favorite fighter of all time was, of course, Ali, but I mean, I had like Ali, James Toney, Roy Jones. Like that.
What do you think about the boxing or the fighting scene in Philly right now? Philly's like, we kind of known. That's one of the things we're kind of known for.
Mm-hmm. What makes Philly known is the fact, like I was just saying, so much of it. In neighborhoods, you have 3-4 gyms alone, and it might be one neighborhood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got gyms. It's actually a gym in North Philly where is a separate gym on the first floor and a whole other gym on the second. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They competing just in that one building. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Philly is always going to be around. Do we have the best fighters in the world? I believe, but are they being moved the best? Nah. But,
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna always have, because every year we put out a nice class of fighters. Every year, I'm talking about guys turning pro. So we got our guys who turn and have nowhere to go, and then we got guys that's looking for big things, and they headed for big things. But it's always gonna be a fight town.
Yeah. Do you think the boxing scene in Philly, do you think it's gotten better? It's kind of stagnant? Is it getting worse?
It's getting better from where it was, let me say, from the last time it was hot, like really hot, was early 2000s. And then it kind of died. Now, it didn't die, but it
dwindled down a bit.
Yeah, from like the 2010 on to maybe about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's like picking up real crazy. And it didn't die. It was still around, but it was just the light. I don't know. Because
I feel like it was like Danny Garcia was the big name.
Yeah.
What's the guy? J-Rock. I don't know his real name.
Yeah, Julian Williams.
Yeah. I've been following the Grandy twins, those little boys.
Yeah.
They're
I gotta step my boxing
knowledge,
because I don't be knowing.
It's a lot though.
Because I know for some reason it's not getting promoted. Because by the time the fights happen, it be that night.
Yeah.
Like Pacquiao fought like last week. But I didn't hear about it till like the week before.
Right.
Well, Pacquiao now is like, again, another guy on the end of his rope. So
yeah,
Pacquiao, they not making a big deal about no more.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was your record?
I was just about to ask that.
Honestly, I had 20 pro fights, 2 wins, 17 losses, 1 draw. Honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I came up, my side of boxing, I'm the other side you don't hear about. And what I mean by that is I turned pro 2008, April 11th, 2008 at the Blue Horizon. No manager, no promoter. I got a call 2 weeks before. Do you want to fight at the Blue? Hell yeah. I'm from Philly. That's like an honor.
Mm-hmm. You got that Rocky call.
Yeah, like that's like something you like. The Blue Horizon is like watching fights there, man. It's like watching a movie because you're so close to the action.
Okay.
So it's like really like watching a movie. And so everybody wanted to fight there. Then for them to call me 2 weeks before, a training camp is considered 6 weeks. So they called me 2 weeks. That's considered short notice. I don't care. I want to fight at the Blue. I had to lose 14 pounds within the 2 weeks. I lost the 14 pounds.
How? Teach me.
You gotta run. You gotta run and eat.
I need that workout plan. Shit.
At that time, I was eating tuna fish.
Ew. Oh, so, God, never mind.
I love tuna fish, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
So when I got the call, I took the fight. It was a guy named Joel De La Paz from fighting out of Atlantic City, but he was a Puerto Rican. From Puerto Rico, from the island. And at that point in time, honestly, I was broke. I just had my son. And I was like, man,
I'm fighting at the Blue.
Yeah, we
nigga,
fighting.
Fuck that.
I think I made $800.
Cash out.
4 rounds.
So, like, okay, you said you was 2 and what now?
2-17-1. Yeah.
2-17-1. Okay, but peep this though. I do kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't been in a professional kickboxing bout.
Yeah.
For you to only win 2.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your confidence stayed high because there's so many people who's never been in a ring.
Yeah.
You can still whip their ass.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I've never, like, when I first went to kickboxing, I put my gloves on.
Yeah.
I realized that I could probably beat most people in the hood now.
Right.
Because they don't know how to stand.
Right.
They don't know how to throw.
Right.
So even though I haven't been in a professional fight, none of y'all better not fuck with me.
You had some training.
Yeah, so you can take that 2 and whatever record and be like, yeah. I might have lost some professional fights.
Yeah.
But you niggas can't fuck with me.
Jarrell, I'll slap the shit out you, dog.
Yeah, all right.
That, I mean, that's fucked up. You think like that if you forced to, but I mean, I always look at it like, I mean, with the sport, like the losses was discouraging, but at the same time, when I look at the guys I fought, at the weights I fought, because I only stand 5'6". I was supposed to be fighting at 135, 140 pounds. I turned pro at 168 pounds. Super middleweight. The average height is like a 6'1" guy, 6'2" guy. You know, so
you find some big niggas.
So I'm in there fighting big motherfuckers, and then I'm not really worried too much because I'm a defensive guy. So I'm knowing that they can't hit me, but the problem is I can't hurt them with my best shot the way I would like to. And then on top of that, because boxing is a business, we're not going to allow our guy, if this fight goes the distance, to lose to a guy this small. That puts a damage on our product.
On a whole, yeah.
It's like when you drop canned food and they tell you it's damaged now. Once you got the
Right.
Okay.
It's like it's not damaged, but
That's why losses in boxing are so big. Like you lose one fight, it's like, man, you're done. You're done.
My follow-up question. So you only won 2 fights.
Right.
How many do you feel like you were robbed when did you start? When did you know get your first win? Like
Yeah.
so how many did you lose before you won, and how many of them were you robbed that you feel? Since
I
you brought
lost
that up?
3 in a row before my first win, and out of 20 fights, I feel like my record should be probably 16 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws.
Okay,
That's how I feel like.
that's a okay.
And the reason I stand strong on that is because I came up in the era of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And most guys' fights they post on YouTube. Most of the guys I fought, none of them ever posted the fights.
Because they know.
So I'm saying to myself, if we growing up in this time where everything's on camera, where the hell are these fights? And then when I'm calling the promoters, I've even like spent money and didn't get tapes. Like spent,
because if the footage was to come out, we would say, you know what? I think son got this.
Our product has the dent now.
Okay. Got you. Right.
Look at that. So,
Yeah.
the 2 fights you won,
Yeah.
did you knock one of them niggas out?
No, they was both tough guys.
Both
They
guys?
was tough guys.
I wanted that for you.
Yeah, one of them was like 5'7" with a big ass head, and he was an older guy. And I remember my uncle was like, "Yo," he was like, "No matter what," he said, "always assume that an older man is strong." So when he said that to me, I'm like, "All right, that means I'm gonna have to bite down." And he wasn't lying. Old head was coming.
Yeah,
like he was trying to hurt me. But I was digging to the body, slowed him up, and I won on the points. And then the second guy, I just jumped on. He was a big dude from Ohio, Corey Preston. I jumped on that guy, and they gave me a win.
What's the science behind that? Like, ain't the older heads like just stronger? They just
from my body now, from the way my body feels now, what happens is your bones and your muscles toughen up. Everything just harden up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, honestly, as you growing as a person, your body's still growing.
Okay.
So to me, I'm believing now that you never stop growing. You may slow up a little bit, but the more work you put in,
because I'm way stronger now than I was when I was like 18.
Right.
Like, I would fuck
energy changes though.
Yeah.
Energy is different.
You fuck your 18-year-old self up?
I would beat the shit out of 18-year-old me. Fuck out of here, boy. Hands.
Now, speaking of your body changing, so of course, boxing, being physically active, there's going to be a lot of benefits health-wise. Yeah. But have you seen any negative effects on the body?
The negative to me is when you being so strict on yourself for so long, when you do get a break, I turned into like a greedy person. Not greedy towards everything, but food, definitely.
You just want it.
I blew up to 217 pounds at one time. You know what I mean? I'm not too far right now. I'm about $190 right now. But
teach me the workout
I should be walking around
nigga.
160. I should be walking around 160, 165, something like that. But that was my biggest thing.
Fuck all that. According to who? BMI.
The way my body feels, and where I should be fighting at, I should be walking about 160.
But so if you box and you like dedicate your life to it, would it just be best to like diet all the time?
Yeah.
Instead of taking those.
Don't get too crazy with the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can see that. Like, you train for a certain amount of time and you was like, all right, training's done. I want that burger now.
Because remember, all right, put it like this. Like the music business, right? How there's different labels. Mm-hmm. Same with boxing. So some labels are bigger and stronger than other labels. So you might be signed to a small label, right? Mm-hmm. But you stay in shape, you stay ready, you build your record to about 15-0, 11 knockouts, right? I'm over at a bigger label. We need a fight, but we need a fight that's presentable to the people. So they know my guy, but they don't really know you. Mm-hmm. But you got the record to make it look good. So we're not gonna buy your label out, but here's a chance for your label to shine because you're going up against a bigger label. So I'm like, yo, you gonna make 40,000 to fight 10 rounds, and you like, bet, all right, I'll take it, because what you're getting is the opportunity to fight in front of the world. Mm-hmm. Now you win. Now your label now turns from a small label to, okay, we doing some things.
Yo, that sounds exactly like Rocky 1. Wow. I like Rocky.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Rocky.
Is anything else, though? You working your way from the bottom.
Right. Now, when you get that Apollo Creed needs a fighter. Yeah. He looks good. He's the Great White Height, or Hope, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Call him up. He actually looked good in the fight, and now Rocky, he blows up.
Right.
One of them type of things.
Yeah, you got to stay.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, that's.
But a guy like Mayweather, is different because he was prepped for the game. So here he go. we push him through the amateurs, and he go to the Olympics. That's the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Once you make the Olympic team, you number one, right? Now you fight against the world. He placed third, where he got a bronze medal. They say he was robbed. He should have made it to the gold medal round and then won. But okay, he placed bronze. So what we at least know, he's top 3 in the world as a draft pick. So now when he comes out of the amateurs, a major label automatically
Gonna want to pick him. Yeah.
Once he
Promoters,
signs, his fights that he's taking or that they're presenting to him are tailor-made for him. They're not gonna put him in the
They
championship.
get them numbers up.
Right.
So by the time you see him, he 20-0.
Right.
Yeah.
And he did it in such amount of time, and you like, damn,
Yeah.
young boy not playing.
Yeah. By the time they present it to the world, now you got
He
two
already got his
undefeated
resume
boxers.
up. Right.
He already got a belt.
Right.
And now he's 20-0 with 19 knockouts.
Right.
Can you explain something to me?
Yeah.
How is it that boxers have like 17 titles at once?
Well, because of the federations. Now you talking about, all right, so you got your labels, all right. So you got your labels, but then you got your big production companies.
Okay.
The belts, the IBF, WBO, those are the production companies. You gotta go through us to sell. What looks better than a belt? Nothing. That's what you want. We all
Right.
want a championship, right? So
Well, I don't know, because boxing kind of messed it up. Because I think you can look at a boxer and see him with 5 belts and not know what they mean, and you'd be like, bro,
Yeah.
I lost interest. Because
Yeah.
I don't know
Right,
what
'cause-
one of those belts are.
Because you see and then you see random people you never seen
like
before
that.
with him. You know what I'm saying? You seen him for you seen him for the first time. He got 6 belts on, 2 on his
Right.
waist, 1 on his neck,
Right.
2 on his arms. Yo, who the fuck is this guy? That's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching him and he getting his ass whipped. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? How the
and,
fuck?
and I'm actually glad that y'all talking like that, because y'all not in the business, but y'all being honest about what y'all see.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems. I feel like it's too many titles.
Yeah.
Because you can't. How can 4 guys be claiming they the baddest?
Right.
There's only one way to
There's
settle.
one, right.
Yeah, so why not? Why have 4 belts? It should be
one per weight
Yeah.
class.
But because they do that, because money, the money. If I can make a crown, and my crown is worth so much, if I get it with rubies and gold, I trim it in gold and I call it this, and I get some people to support it, and I get a grand champion to wear it. That's just like a guy that you come out with your own federation and you got a small belt, but you win my belt back in 2010. But now it's 2008. You winning one of the major belts.
Mm-hmm.
So you like, yeah, I had a such and such belt too. Like, oh damn. So
okay.
now that federation get a little bit of light.
Yeah.
Right. They're not going to tell you where that federation rank. They're
Yeah.
just going to say you the IBF, OBF, CBF.
Yeah.
You like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He
You
nice.
Okay, that makes sense.
now-
I follow.
So it gets built up over time.
Now, with your record, what made you continue to pursue boxing? Because I feel like the average person would be like, after they first lost,
After that
fuck
0-3,
this.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What made you
Well,
continue?
I'm not getting my ass whooped. One.
Okay,
Ah,
okay.
If I was getting my ass whooped and I was getting scarred up and I was getting knocked out, then I wouldn't do it. But what was keeping me going was, the money, of course. And
Do you still win money even if you
yeah, once you sign a contract,
Shit, I
you on.
lose.
So,
Win or lose.
if I get called to fight a guy for $3,500, that's the number.
Yeah.
So they might take out a few hundred or 150 for license and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm getting my $3,500.
You don't have to go a certain amount of rounds or nothing. That's just
Nah,
top.
if you do get stopped, you get stopped. But I wasn't never into getting stopped. You know what I mean?
But if you get stopped, if you one of them fighters, I'm let you keep going. But if you one of them fighters to get stopped 30 seconds in, they gonna stop looking at you for that price, for that purse. So you don't want to take dives.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you don't want to, because you're not gonna get no work. You gonna work.
$40 next fight.
You
You know what I'm saying?
you're gonna be getting calls for bullshit. Yep.
Yeah.
He absolutely right. Yep. So what it was with me was, my kids getting bigger. Same time, who I'm looking at it. I started looking at it like, well, one time I got a call to fight 6 hours from the time of the call.
Oh.
At that point, I might have had like $300. They called me for $2,700
Oh, sure.
for 12 minutes.
Shit.
So I'm like, fuck it.
That's a flip.
I'll be there.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I done toss the Henny bottles to the side. I'll be right there.
yeah, straight like that. Yeah, straight like that.
I'll be right there.
That's actually happening. Yeah,
Word is life.
yeah.
Word.
That's funny. Do you want your kids to be boxers?
I don't want them to. I just want them to know how to defend themselves. That's all. If they choose it, I make sure that I carry their best interest.
What made you want to, because I'm assuming that fighting, it initially started out as like a hobby, and then what made you want to turn it into like a career?
Nah, I was getting in the gym. I was already fighting in the street a lot, but I knew inside without me telling anybody, I like fighting. It made my blood. It made my blood rush. It made my blood rush a little different. Like,
man, if I could share the stories with y'all, good Lord,
Like
it was some fights.
Like he said, if you like to fight, you gotta be a little off. Just gotta,
like,
A little throat, a
you know
little
what I'm
bit.
saying?
There's something about it, like, you know. So I felt that as a kid, and then getting in the gym, you see the respect that guys get. You see you see that you're a part of a brotherhood. And then you see that you also kind of organize with your life because you're like, all right, I got something to get ready for.
Yeah.
There's always something to look forward to in boxing. It's always a date, you know. It's always a date. So it was that. Just the whole business of it was real interesting to me.
Are you in a relationship?
Nah.
You're not. What type of women do you prefer? Like, is it a skin complexion? Is it you like red bones, chocolate?
That's funny. In school, it was always the light skinned girls talking to me because I'm dark skinned.
Yeah.
So it's like I attracted the light skinned girls.
I thought that was something like
The
that.
dark skinned girls, I always thought didn't like me.
Okay.
I don't know what that was, but later on, I started dealing with dark skinned girls, you know, in my life. But I always get women who don't have kids, who got crazy, you know, a lot of education, the degrees and all that. But they kind of crazy
House way.
because they want to. I always attract, but they like me though. They want me around, but they don't
Because your
want
ass
me
is a
around.
little crazy.
Yeah, that's so it's natural.
So it didn't. So basically, it doesn't matter because I'm a segue to another topic. It doesn't matter what the skin complexion is. You don't have a preference.
With me, I like black women. Like the way they look, smell. You know, that's what I like.
Black women or chocolate women.
Black women.
So it don't matter.
Entire, yeah.
Red bone.
Yeah. It
All
don't-
that,
yeah.
okay.
But it's like if a girl was Chinese, I wouldn't judge her.
Okay. Well,
saying?
what I was getting at is I'm kind of known, and this is news to me.
light skinned girls.
I'm kind of known for light-skinned, thick women.
You've never had a dark skinned girlfriend, bro.
It's not. It's just that's not the point, though. Let me get to that.
But it's a fact.
But let me get to that.
All
Let me
right.
get to that. I've dated brown-skinned women.
Yeah.
And it was just something about a light-skinned thing, you know, growing up.
Yeah.
I'm from the Wilbur section is a hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nobody was like taking care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see girls not really taking care of themselves, and then the first thing you see is something on TV, you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I like that." So I don't know if that's what triggered me.
Yeah.
I just knew the women around my way wasn't looking right, but the supermodel light-skinned Jones on TV was fire. So I guess that's how it worked.
For me,
But there are a lot of brown, black, beautiful women, and it's not like
Yes, sir.
I had to reprogram myself.
Had to open your eyes, brother.
It's just like I just had to see them in
Yeah.
person. That's all.
Yeah.
So you know, I might be known for one thing, but as comes to black women, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful.
yeah.
Were you offended at the fact that people thought that you negated dark skinned women because you always date light skinned women? Answer the question, Jarrell.
God, hey, yo, you can change this.
You can't answer the truth.
I never looked at it wait till people started telling me. But I brought that up because Gabrielle Union, shout out to Gabby. She took a picture with
Cyril.
With
Yeah.
Cyril. Cyril
Yeah,
was
shout
a
out
guest
my-
on our show.
Out in China, he
Yeah.
caught up with Gabrielle Union,
So
took a picture with. That's pretty
Gabrielle
dope.
She plans on teaching her stepsons, which is Dwayne Wade's kids, the value of black women after she's seen them liking nothing but light-skinned women.
Yeah.
Can you teach the value, or is it just like once they see something that they like, they're going to naturally be attracted to women?
Yeah. They go naturally.
Kailah, what you think, Kailah?
Oh Lord. I don't know, because I mean I feel like that's from the man's point of view. Being a light-skinned woman, I've definitely gotten the comments over the
Nigga,
years.
you brown in the motherfuckers.
All right, that's because I was now.
I had to pull my shit like, what?
Five boys.
What the
See,
fuck?
now I done got my little tan, so now I'm like golden right now. But in real life, I'm light skinned. So I'm not light skinned.
As you sit before me, I see brown, but
So I'm not light skinned.
I digress. We had this conversation.
I'm about to say I'm okay. I went to the beach and I got a little brown, but in real life, I'm light skinned. So
All right. Cornbread mix.
So wait. So I'm not light skinned though.
Cornbread mix. Yep.
Bye. So being light skinned, I guess, I've been, fetishized, whatever. You get the comments, oh yeah, you're light skinned, I love your complexion, la-di-da. When I was younger, I didn't really pay attention to it because, you're young, you don't know. It's just, oh, he thinks I'm cute, blah-de-blah. But as I've gotten older, that definitely is a turnoff sometimes. I think it's fucking stupid that some men, for whatever reason, think that simply because of a woman's skin tone, they think that they automatically look better than someone who's darker. That's just self-hatred, whatever the fuck you done watched on TV.
There are ugly light-skinned women.
Exactly. But I've seen plenty of light-skinned bitches who think they're the shit just because they're light-skinned. And it's like, sis, where are your edges? Where's your mind? Where are your teeth? Where's your...
And to go off what Greg was saying, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just looked at it like... black, like light-skinned women liked it, like chocolate guys.
That's true.
And I always saw light-skinned guys chasing chocolate women. Yeah. I just thought that was the thing. Yeah.
I mean,
seeing two light-skinned people together is like
I've had light-skinned girlfriends and I've had dark-skinned girlfriends. I've never looked at one and thought of the lesser of the other. You know what I'm saying? I just never have. It's like growing up, I used to be more attracted to Kelly Rowland than I was Beyonce. Yeah. I've later changed my mind. As I go older. But but I wasn't on Beyonce. I like Kelly Rowland. She just looked good. And plus, maybe for the fact that Beyonce was getting all the attention, I was like, all right, well, I like her, right? Y'all can have her, cool, because she look good as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I've never had that problem. I never felt like that. A relative of mine used to say shit like that all the time growing up. It used to piss me off. Like, yo, bro, she ugly. I don't give a fuck if she light skinned. Like, she ugly. Look at it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if niggas thought they was gonna have better looking kids. They have, kids with a light skinned woman.
Yo,
like,
what's that young rapper? I don't know his name. I seen him on YouTube, and he said that he didn't want to have.
Oh, I seen that. Stupid.
He didn't want to have kids with somebody
as dark as him.
He didn't want to have kids as dark as him.
That shit is so fucking.
That's just the dumbest thing. That's the dumbest shit in the world.
That's wild.
I seen that.
That's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, that's one of the most ignorant things you can say.
I believe that the influence thing is true though about the TV or wherever they grow up, because I remember living in I went to school in Bristol for a while. I lived up Bristol, and I moved to Montgomery County, Maryland. And I remember seeing guys who was like basketball stars, but the white girls, they'd be having white girls with them. But it wasn't that they didn't like black girls. That's who was around, a bunch of white girls.
Right.
So it's like, that's who they know.
Right.
That's who chasing after them. The black girls.
They right here.
Yeah, the black girls that are around, I'm not chasing him. He better get out of here, this and that. But the white girls, like, they speaking to him every day. They bringing them breakfast. They do. So they being extra. And I get it, they being extra because they want something from them. But at the same time, when you a guy coming up, you see what you see, you know what you know, you feel what you feel. Like you gotta
observe your surroundings. You like, okay, this is what happened over here, this is what happened over there.
And I'm saying to myself, like, damn, why all these basketball boys? But it was because the white girls was right there, like waiting for them.
White girls.
And then we also have to keep in mind that
you just caught it.
We gotta keep it,
Y'all just caught it. Funny as hell.
We gotta keep in mind that the black man, and this is gonna draw some controversy, but I don't care. We're judged by the way we carry ourselves, not necessarily our looks. Because I hear ugly niggas is winning.
They are.
Yeah. Because it's the way men carry themselves. So if you're a black man and you're not carrying yourself the way that you think you should be, the way people think you should, others, the black women might not find you attractive because you're not carrying yourself. But then you'll go around white people and they just say, because you're just black, they don't care that you're a square. Yeah. But because you are black, they think that
I think
all good thing comes away. So Luke Cage, I forgot his real name. He got a white wife. Ghost.
They was getting on Childish Gambino about that.
But guess what? These dudes might be corny in real life before they got these roles.
Right.
You understand? So you gotta take that into consideration as well.
I feel like as long as you step out your front door with confidence in yourself, you know what I'm saying, and you can't get a blanket pulled over your eyes easily, you gonna recognize the people that's for you. The people that's for you gonna gravitate towards you, and you know, if you're sharp enough, you'll recognize the ones that ain't for you before something happens that make you really see that they ain't for you. You can pick up on people's cues and shit. So if you walk out the door, you just know who you are. You'll gravitate to people that's for you, man. And that's, you know, walking other people's paths. Fuck that.
Shout out to Kesey on the live. But he just said that Flav been showing us that ugly niggas been winning, man. So.
I don't agree with that.
Why not?
It was a show. I'm talking about ugly niggas working. That was a TV show with some little thoughts trying to get on.
They was kissing this nigga in the mouth.
Yeah,
they was doing the most. Flavor Flav birth reality TV. They was doing the most.
Love. No, that was love.
Ugly guys are cool.
God, they was
I feel like
Flav,
if he got other characteristics that are popping, I mean, I can't date somebody that's like ugly as fuck. But I mean, that I'm just speaking for myself. You know, I feel like there's someone I'm not no supermodel. You know, I ain't dime. I'm regular. So I'm not going to be looking for no dime nigga. Like, there's nothing wrong with a regular guy or but I'm cute. I can carry the both of us. I'm cute enough.
It was always that Beauty and the Beast mentality.
Yeah, I'm cute enough for the both of us. I
have to be physically attracted to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's other things that could be physically attractive.
Women can do the ugly thing. Men can't do the ugly thing.
I've seen plenty of niggas with ugly bitches and be with them just because they got a fat ass. Fuck that.
Be in the
I've seen niggas. I've seen niggas wife ugly joints.
Okay,
and like be happy
to her.
I'm talking about to me.
Okay.
I don't know what of course she's not ugly to him because he's with her.
What are you attracted to? You're ugly as shit.
I just never understood the whole point of like, damn, look at you. I bet you got a dope personality. No. Damn, you look at you, you look good.
And you better have a dope
personality or you're ugly now. Or not attractive anyway.
So Greg, when did you hang it up? Like when was you just like, this is it? Like, what year was it, and what was the thought process?
Well, my last fight was March 2017. I don't never really consider myself hanging it up.
Okay.
So I still take fights here and there.
Okay.
I plan on, getting this weight down at least like 154.
What?
Fighting again. Stuff like that.
Okay.
So you train?
Yeah, I train people now. Train fighters.
How does that work? Like, so if somebody with no boxing experience, not even street fighting experience, walks into you and goes, teach me how to fight, what's the first thing you tell them?
The first thing I would like them to do is jog. I have them jog or I have them jump rope.
And he's going to say, go run 5 miles.
Because working on foundation. Not 5 miles. I usually start people like 1 or 2 miles, depending on the history.
That's it?
Yeah, depending on the history we're running. Because I'm trying to get you to just read your own heart rate. I don't want you running too far or you just going crazy. Yeah. So and then I'm deep on foundation, so I want the legs to be coordinated, your feet to be coordinated with your hands. I don't go straight into the hitting the pads and the mitt work and all of that.
Right.
That's what they think, right? They want to come to the They want to come straight hit.
People want to hit the mitts. That's all they want to do. But I'm not big on that because that's not teaching you how to fight. I would rather hear about you saving your own life. And, you trying something and getting beat up, and then
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
What's something that's glorified about being a fighter that isn't really all it's cracked up to be?
The money. The money is not real because by the next time you fight, you done spent the money
that you made from the last fight.
Yeah.
So you still gonna have to work a regular job, or if you're not one of those blue chip guys. You trying to hustle up money, or you trying to get sponsors to help you with your camps or whatever, or you gonna just,
That's one hell of a side gig, though.
What?
Right.
That you going to work and then you get that call. You want to make 34 G's real quick?
I mean, if you got it to that level, then yeah, you can work things out. It has been people that work things out, and they
3,400.
They buy
not 34 G's.
I mean, either way, it's been calls like that too. You know, guys I know that they fought one time for 5,000, then the next fight was for 50,000. You know what I'm saying? That jump, I know what you're talking about. That jump, it has happened. You know, and guys have turned it around, but then the average fighter doesn't learn how to manage money. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna always say that lifestyle is not real. Of being this big playboy just because you win a couple fights. No.
What's a blue chip?
I was gonna ask that too.
Blue chip is like say out of 100 top 5 to be the best top 5 guys. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying like a blue chip fighter. So in boxing, you got 12 weight classes. So if you rank number 1 out of those 12 weight classes, each guy, that's like a blue chip fighter. That's top guy.
Oh, okay.
I know. I can't wait till the next boxing game come out because I'm amped to play the game. I'm not about to get in the ring.
I don't know why they.
You don't know how to fight no better now because he just sat here and broke down.
I can't. But it makes me want to climb that ladder because before when the boxing games or whatever came out, you didn't want to take those steps. You just wanted to get in the ring and knock somebody out. Yeah. Right. Now I can't wait to hit those virtual reality bags and get my man strong from the root.
I got a question for you. The fights without big names in them, the fights without big names in them, that people might consider boring fights, right? And it's not a lot of heavy hitting or knockouts, but it's an actual strategic match. What would you point out for people to watch, to look out for, to enjoy those type of fights?
Tactics and the tempo. Look for who's to see who's setting the pace, who's keeping control. You know, because the kind of fight you talking about, where two guys are forced to use their skills, because like you said, nobody getting knocked out, right? Nobody about to just get beat.
By defensive fight, they jabbing, they stepping, they moving.
So you looking, that's what you call a chess match. So you're looking to see who's the smarter guy, who's the more composed. Who's easing their way in to slowing the guy down.
Oh, okay, all right, I'm wearing them down. Basically, just getting the upper hand. Okay, because I struggled. I remember we went to a. Was you there, Flo, when we went to that boxing match and train at the arena?
Yep.
We booed some motherfuckers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, I did anyway. But they were actually boring. But then afterwards, I thought about it. I was like, was it boring or was I really watching?
Was it too technical?
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a such thing as boring, though. Two guys acting like they don't want to hit each other.
Everybody waiting. Nobody want to make that mistake. Yeah. That's what we're booing. Like, we're not doubting their technique because you're professionals. Yeah. But don't sit in that ring and wait
and not throw a punch.
Right. Because now it's like, I did pay to get in here.
You're not doing your job.
I did pay to get in here.
But some fights are like that, though, where they're actually being tactical and strategic, and they might not be hitting or landing, but they're throwing. It's just taking a minute to get around the defense or to get the right combo or whatever.
Because of respect. One guy is super fast, but the other guy is powerful. And the fast guys.
You don't want to get hit.
Yeah, he not going to do too much.
Too many people watching.
I can't wait till Creed 2 come out. That shit going to be raw.
Son, we get our revenge, man.
That shit going to be raw.
Son got to die.
Baby Creed versus Drago Jr.? That shit going to be fire. That going to be fire.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to you on the way up here. I know that you work with the young girl, Bird.
Yeah.
Is that your only female client that you have, or
no? That's Bird is a MMA fighter, meaning she also practices jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. Boxing.
Muay Thai is fucking hard. No,
Muay Thai, that shit whiz, dude.
Muay Thai, boxing, and wrestling.
Look at her.
She's
young.
6 years old. She'll be 7 in August. She's considered what I like to call like a prodigy because she picks up so easy, and her mannerisms. If you ask her to be a fighter, she's gonna turn right into a fighter. And she forgets she's a little
She's
girl.
6 years old and she's into all those different fighting styles?
Yes.
That's crazy.
She's looking to be later on.
I need a bodyguard, man. She taking applications and stuff.
She's definitely a try, though. She's crazy.
Damn.
What advice would you have for like female boxers or fighters?
Take it serious. Don't look at it thing like a lot of girls, they try to use it for, I'm using it for fitness reasons. But know that you can defend yourself and know that you can learn something. So, take it serious, learn, and get in shape and, really, really try to feel what happens if you push yourself, push your body. A lot of girls, they come in and quit.
I want to box now. I want to fight though. It's just like I've always been like, the thing I like about boxing matches the most is when the the 24/7 access.
Oh yeah.
I love watching them joints. I'm like, yo, damn, like he ran for how long and he threw how many punches? He hit the back how many times?
You know what be fire? When they be doing the punching with the dip and they be knowing when to dip and all of that.
Oh, with the hand mitts?
Those combinations.
Yeah.
It's like a tech. I don't know how they do it.
It's routine.
It's a routine, but when you watch it, you be like Mayweather be looking at you and he be dipping and he be in there like, yo.
Yeah, that is fire.
Yeah,
I want to like that a lot.
Memorize it over the years. Yeah.
Bitch, what? Nigga?
Who's your favorite fighter right now?
Right now?
Right now.
I'm gonna say, honestly, I like Tevin Farmer from Philly.
Okay.
Because he was a guy that I used to see on Temple Track, and he didn't have no support. And he used to just say, he used to look at me and be like, I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push myself. I'm really, and then you know what? He got a little help, but he really went in there and fought for it. Trained hard, got in the best shape, and changed his record around. He was 7-4 before he went on his run, and now he's 24-4.
Stretched on him.
It's hard not to root for him, especially when
He used same both on him.
So you know,
Wow, that's what's
like
up.
my favorite fighter. Right
Tony Farmer, you said?
and no, Tevin.
Tevin, excuse me.
Yeah.
Tevin Farmer, okay.
Now, who do you think is the best boxer right now?
After Mayweather, it's Andre Ward. After Andre Ward, I would say Terrence Crawford.
Those are two new names. I haven't heard those names before.
Yeah, Andre Ward, they call him Son of God. He was the last Olympic gold medalist from America, male. And Terrence Crawford was an Olympic alternate. He never actually made the team. He was like runner-up.
Okay.
But, real good fighter, real slick. He could fight southpaw, orthodox. He switched his style up. Skinny guy, but powerful.
I got a question. I just thought of it.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
What happened with him? Do you think that he was too busy trying to live in Mayweather's shadow, or he wasn't that nice?
It wasn't so much the shadow, it was the timing. The cameras, sometimes the cameras could shake you up in different ways. He was seeming to be taking it okay, but taking it too far.
Mm-hmm.
When he went on that tour one summer and it blew him up weight wise, and then he stopped fighting at 135 pounds and he blew up to 147. You kind of jumped up too fast.
Yeah.
You're still young. You're still dealing with your 23-year-old bones. You know, now you're going to jump up 2 weight classes when you wasn't naturally supposed to go just yet. But that one summer blew him up. So I think what happened to Broner was he was living a rock star life. You know, he's doing what a lot of young guys do. He got caught up. Forgot what got him there, which was the hard work, the skills. And, you know, he had to pay for it.
I guess what I was meaning about
agree. Yeah.
I guess I was meaning about the Mayweather thing was, you know, Mayweather was on his way out the door.
Yeah.
Kind of had like 1 or 2 fights left, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But then you had Adrian Broner. He kind of like
passing in the mantle kind of thing.
Yeah, not saying that he wasn't being himself, but I think he saw how Mayweather moved and figured, I need to jump on that opportunity because that's the only way that I'm gonna make the billions, because that's what his slogan, all about the billions.
Yeah.
How can I make money and be a star like Mayweather, and that's talk like him? I don't know if he would have done that without Mayweather.
Well, I believe it had this. You got to think about it again. Mayweather was not just a kid born to fight. He was born to a family, like almost like a royal family.
See, you know that. I'm thinking Adrian Broner didn't know that. Like when people see, you know that how you breaking it down.
Yeah.
But when you watch Mayweather, the only thing you thinking is, I'm gonna be like him.
Yeah.
But you don't know what he took
to get there.
The guys like that always get treated the worst in the house because it's not being turned off. The athlete is not being turned off.
Right.
And you think that that's why him and his dad kind of got into it a lot?
Probably, because it's probably
boxing.
It's probably like home thing. They probably sitting around, boy, you don't know shit.
Because you don't know me
You know what I'm
to
saying?
go take me fishing. You don't know me to let's go out to the movies. You just know me as this dog. I'm your dog. I'm your son. You pump me out, but you treat me like a dog. Everything is about defense, offense. Defense is about fighting.
Obsessed with it. Like,
He never played basketball for a basketball team. He never played for a football team. Always boxing. So I don't know my dad as my dad. I know him as my coach. I know him as the guy who raised me. I mean, so yeah, it's gonna be some type of animosity.
And we did an episode a few weeks ago about cool dads, cool uncles, and that's where Uncle Roger comes into play.
Right.
You know, dad wasn't there, but I got this cool ass uncle.
See, the uncle was the champ, so he know a champ when he see one. The dad is the dad, and he never actually was champ. So he more so I want to make sure he champ. The uncle like I know he champ.
Okay.
Look at him. Ain't nobody that fast. Ain't nobody that sharp. Ain't nobody that slick. Come on.
And then on top of that, the uncle, like, you know what I'm saying? The uncle plays a pivotal part because the uncle is the segue between the son and the dad. Like,
But
when the bullshit is going on here, he's still telling them shit that dad would tell him, but he's putting an uncle twist on him. So he's still getting the same, you know what I'm saying? Those seeds are still getting planted.
And what I love about Mayweather's story is nobody else ever filled that spot. It was either the father or the uncle. It's always family.
Yeah.
It never was some guy just saying, oh, I got some money, man, I want to invest. Or, hey, man, I know what I'm talking about. Hey, man, you train with me, you'll be the best. No, it was his family. They knew. Like, what we got here is different. Watch what we do with it. And that's what I love about his story. You know
Oh, shit, man. Nigga, bring the goddamn mitts out, goddamn it.
I should have brought my stuff.
Now, who are some of your top personal influences?
Personal influences? I like Bruce Lee. I like Bob Marley.
Bob.
I like
Bob Marley's a great
I
influence.
like Ali.
So is Ali.
I like Denzel Washington. Johnny Depp. People that just live their life. They live who they are. Like, they're not trying to be like anybody. Those are the kind of people I influenced by.
That's a good question. I want to ask that question to y'all too.
Well, my top personal influences? My grandma.
Shout out to grandma.
Yeah, that's my best friend. She's
Gotta
the
love
shit.
grandmas, man.
Dang, I wish I would have had more time to think. I honestly don't know. I know I never, like, just thinking off the top, I can't think of anyone who I like look up to. It's because I never looked at I like celebrities for inspiration really, because it's like that's why the whole like being obsessed over what these celebrities do and like all these ongoing debates, I can't relate, because it's like I don't know these motherfuckers, they don't know me. Like I have no idols. Like
I don't consider them idols, but I consider them people I can relate to, because even though they was real big, famous people, they was people that allow other people to touch them. They wasn't just famous. Like Bob Marley was sitting
Bob Marley,
and smooth with, you know what I mean? Like he used to say, "No man bigger than no man." Like that's how I live. Like I don't think nobody greater than another person. It's just you. Are you able to discover your talents? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what separates us. Some people they just like, all right, I'm not living this life that I think I want to live. Fucking, I'm gonna live like how everybody else wants me to live. And I'm gonna go out here and fake like I'm gonna buy a car and I'm really renting the car. I mean, I'm really, whatever. I'm giving up a bill every month when I'm acting like I'm owning the car. I'm really gonna rent a house, act like I own a house. Like people just too much. And you live how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? If you being respectful to yourself, or if you just living how you want, you respecting other people's space, then be who you are.
Do you?
Yeah,
It's facts.
That's how I feel.
I feel the same way about Bob Marley, man. You can never. It's just the way he lived, was just mad chill.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want no problems. I want everybody to be just in love and just in blessings. The world is fucked
It's
up.
like Malcolm X when he came back from Mecca and he found out that white Muslims,
Right.
shit like that. Like, damn, I was being taught something else, but to go see for myself. You know what I'm saying? Those type of people I like, because I guess I brought them up because of course my mom and my dad would be personal, but the influences on me from them is so crazy,
Right.
It made me, but it's like crazy. Like my dad was addicted to drugs young. He at the same time he lied a lot to me. He would, you know what I'm saying? He was weird because he would do a bunch of bad shit but tell me he loved me. Then my mom would all out take care of me and wouldn't tell me she loved me.
Oh,
So it was like weird.
Damn, that is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to understand.
I had a weird upbringing. Like,
I
you know
never
what I'm
hear it
saying?
like that.
Damn, yo, that's
Tough as
super
shit.
crazy.
Like, my mom's tough as shit. My mom like the toughest lady I know. My
shout
dad,
out to Miss Felicia. That's my girl for life.
you know what I'm saying? My dad's like a genius, but he out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a crazy dynamic. I never heard nobody break that down like that before.
yeah,
That's
so
true.
it's like, they influence us in my life, but it's weird being around them. You know what I'm saying? But I love them. They my dad. You know what I'm gonna do?
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Bruh.
You get more questions written down on your notebook?
Did you? I don't know if you answered this. When we gonna see you in the ring again?
I'm
Let me get that call, right?
I'm thinking November,
Okay.
December. November, December.
Do you know where yet, or you don't know?
Nah, the schedule always crazy.
Oh yeah.
Do they be far?
I don't know.
They be far or
I fought as far as California, New York, California, New York, Atlantic City, Connecticut, Virginia, DC, Baltimore. I never fought in Florida or Texas. Vegas, I never fought, but I coached a fight in Vegas, coached some fights in Kailah, stuff like that.
Okay, that's what's up. Goddamn, this shit sound lit.
Right.
boxing
That's
is
all I
fun.
got. Plug yourself. What are your like upcoming projects? Like I said, I know like I don't know if you're allowed to talk about that. Like who were you training? Like do they have any upcoming fights?
Well, I was recently working with Gabriel Rosado. He was actually in Creed. He was playing the Sparino, the Italian kid that was in the gym, like just training when they bought.
Was that when he first?
Yeah,
Is that when he first got in the ring? He was like, I could take him. Was that part?
Guy, like big guy, like big, at the one gym when the dad was the trainer.
Yeah,
And then they was trying to ask him to train there, but he was acting kind of funny towards him.
yeah.
So the kid that he was training that was wearing the yellow and black, his name is Gabriel Rosado. So I was just recently working with him, but we kind of cut ties because like schedule differences. So it's like,
Right.
I mean, go ahead, do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I've been working with a few guys.
What's your social media handles, your IG?
My Instagram is Greg Hackett 86, and my Facebook is Greg Hackett.
We're going to have all that in the show notes.
I learned a lot about boxing. I did.
I did too.
I want to run now.
But
Right.
it's crazy, right? The things that you learn about boxing is not what you thought. You got to work on that. You know what I mean? You got to work on them you know what I mean? Your
The
legs,
fundamentals.
your stamina, and your heart, and all that first.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people just want to go in there. Like when I do kickboxing, they make us do 15 minutes of crazy cardio.
Right.
By the time you get to the boxing and the kicking,
You winded as hell.
Fuck that.
Could barely hit this shit.
I had a friend, he used to do Muay Thai, and I used to just go for the workouts. I used to be mad as shit.
Yeah.
Going through those workouts, that shit is hard.
right? I just want to skip the cardio and just hit the bag, but it ain't like that.
But that's
Can't
why
do that.
most of that shit be a lifestyle. Like, if you gonna pick
You
up
gotta
and
like-
do
you
it,
gotta
you gotta
really like that
adapt
shit.
it into your life. Like, just go pick up some gloves. Be like, you know what? I'm a boxer today.
It becomes the army at one point
Right.
because the eating is that strict, the sleeping is that strict, the running and everything.
Hey man,
I need
listen.
to work out plan. You
If a
said
boxer
14.
get 8 hours of sleep a night, sign me the fuck up. I need that.
You had me sold at 14. You lost 14 pounds in 2 weeks. I need that workout plan.
I did shit. When you young, you could do crazy. Like one time, my second fight, I lost. I remember getting to Atlantic City. I was 177 pounds. I had to weigh in 64 or 65. I ran an hour before I got on the scale on the boardwalk. I had a sauna suit on, Scully and shit. I lost 11 pounds in like an hour and a half.
What the fuck?
But of course, you eat it back on.
Right.
Yeah.
But I swear, man.
I need that workout plan and that diet plan because
That
guess
shit'll
what?
kill you.
Fuck that. That shit sound dangerous.
It's the run.
I'll fuck around and pass out.
Yeah, I can't do
Face
that.
first in
I
the
can't do
sand.
that.
Ah!
So we good, right?
Yeah.
So this episode is going to drop Sunday. Hopefully we on Spotify by then. I'm going to keep checking.
Shout out to Spotify.
Yeah, shout out to Spotify.
Fuck what they talk about.
I ain't got the app, so fuck them.
No.
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
Edit that out.
Go say
I
that
fucked
shit.
it up.
Go say that shit on the pod panel.
Right.
Shout out to the pod panel, yo.
Yes, John, Jackie, and Rain.
Funny as hell.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Greg.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
having
Appreciate
me,
you coming.
Yo,
Appreciate you.
so do you pick up people to train? Like, can people hit you on social media
yeah,
and like, yo, I'm
sure.
trying to figure out how to get my shit right?
Yeah,
Yada,
every
yada.
week I got like people hit me up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sometimes they come check me out. Sometimes they don't.
Now, will you train
I might
just
look
for
into
like
that
physical
shit.
fitness or
Yeah.
okay?
I do have people that I just train just to keep them in shape, or they want to, just better themselves as far as working out. You know?
Back to ourselves.
Yeah.
When you from Skid Row,
Ain't no such thing. This motherfucker funny as hell.
But we out, man. This was episode 95, man.
Thank
Episode
y'all.
95 podcast, brothers, man. We got the homie Kailah in the building and the homie Greg Hackett.
Thank you.
Got him. Greg Hackett. I just want to make sure I had it right, man. Episode 95. This is your boy Fresco.
I'm Flaw 700.
This is Kailah.
Greg Hackett.
Yeah, man. We out. Peace out.
Thank you.